Well, I don't think you saw the game. And we had 2 weeks to prepare, and I really felt like we had 2 good weeks of practice. And I certainly didn't expect to play like we played today. But the reality of it is today is that we did all of the things that you can't do and win, and you know that. Offensively, you can't turn the ball over 5 times, or this is the result you get. We missed big opportunities, 8 sacks. Offensively, one of the most poor performances I've seen in a long time, just point blank. Defensively, started out slow. I think for 3 quarters, defended the field pretty well. Made some big 3rd down stops. Again, when we needed a stop, when we pulled the game to a 10-7 game, couldn't quite come up with a stop there either. But again, I thought it was all around it was a team loss. And again, we're going to go back to work, and we're going to continue to figure out how to fix it. And the bottom line is that the Auburn fans and Auburn family, they did not deserve this today. And I apologize to anybody who came to the game to watch it. And it was a good football team talent-wise, but we had certainly plenty of opportunities to play much better, and we didn't get it done. So it's no excuses, and that's about as simple as I can put it.
Questions?
Coach, there was a report this week about the wide receivers needing more practice and they can't drop the ball. There was another report about Kyle Frazier spending a lot of time in the film room. But at times today, the offense, and you mentioned it, if you can just expound upon this, at times today the offense looked like had regressed.
Well, I think you can start with turnovers and sacks. You don't have to go any further than that. You have 5 turnovers and you have 8 sacks, the offense has regressed. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Gene, what's the quarterback situation? Where does that stand now?
Well, we changed at halftime. We just felt like we needed a spark. We needed something a little different. And that doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to stay. We felt like at that time, again, we needed something different. And we did it. And we'll go back and reevaluate it again this week and see where we're at. That doesn't mean that the change is permanent. Kyle handled it well. And again, I felt like our team, that was where they were, so we made the change.
With Kyle being young, do you fear how a change midway through a game like this may affect his psyche?
I thought he handled it really, really well. I talked to him both at halftime by ourselves, us 3. Told him what I was going to do, and he did it. So I'm not going to look back and second guess that. Again, we'll move forward, look and see what the next thing is. But that's what we did today.
You talked about the offense not being on one guy. Were you hoping the rest of the offense would respond to Kyle at least being pulled in that second half and play a little better with Clint there?
Well, until you look at the film right now and you really see all the reasons that it appeared a quarterback doesn't play well. You don't know all the reasons. You don't know the pressures and where they're coming from. You don't know who missed who on the blocks. When you have 8 sacks right now, there's a lot of different reasons why a quarterback may not play well. So I'm not going to blame everything on the quarterback. I'm not going to blame everything on the wideout or the offensive line. So we're not going there, but we've got to go back and obviously reevaluate a lot, and we'll do that.
Gene, did you and the coaching staff treat this game with a sense of urgency, or try to do it just as another game?
Well, we understand where we're at. We've won 1 game, so there's been a sense of urgency in everything that we do. Again, that's why I felt like we had 2 weeks of practice, and I felt very good about our practices. What I saw today out there was very disappointing in terms of the quality of our practices versus the result of the game today. It wasn't exactly what I expected. So again, that's on us, and we're going to continue to work forward.
Mike Blakely gets back on the field today. Comes up with another fumble. Are you still comfortable with him and confident in him carrying the ball?
Well, we're going to have to go back and really look and reevaluate. He had some good runs. We've got to go back and see exactly why that happened. But anytime you have guys that fumble the football, you're not comfortable with any of them. That doesn't mean that you're afraid to put him back into the game, or he'll never carry the ball again. I'm not going to say that, but he wasn't the only one who put the ball on the ground today. So we've got to go back and reassess that as part of many other things we have to reassess.
Gene, you guys got got to within 3. Defense played well at the beginning of the third quarter, and then they came and scored that touchdown to go 10. Did you feel like they got let out after that touchdown there?
Well, I felt like our defense, played really well in its first day. That was a very potent offense. We know that. They got good players over there. The quarterback is extremely gifted and talented and good at his trade. When we needed to stop at the beginning of the third quarter, when we brought it from 10 to 7, we didn't get to stop. And so that was disappointing to see on our defense. We thought we had, some energy. We'd started gaining a little bit of energy and a little bit of momentum. And, then I think they went down on a 75-yard drive at that point, which was very disappointing. That's why I say it's a team loss. I mean, we have our chances. And we missed big opportunities out there. We got receivers running open that were throwing the ball over their head when it was protected. So, I mean, it was a completely unacceptable offensive performance all the way around. Again, I can't put it any more clear than that.
Gene, when you went to Atlanta for the opener, did you think at all that it was possible you could be sitting here with one win at this time?
I don't ever think that way. Ever. I always think that we're going to win. So it's a journey we're on right now. It's a tough one. It's peaks and valleys that you got to live through in your life. We're going to keep going through the valley and keep working. I don't know any other way to do it, and I'm not changing.
What's your reaction after the Blakely fumble, you see fans leave and you see the stands?
I didn't see
empty by the end?
fans leave, but I don't blame them. I don't look at the stands. So I don't know about all that, but it's disappointing to see a guy fumble.
Do you see enough from Clint, before you look at film, obviously, to give him more reps or make the quarterback position more equitable? What is your thought process as of right now?
Repeat that question, please.
Did you see enough from Clint before you look at film to make the quarterback situation more equitable as far as reps coming up in this week of practice?
No, I can't say that. I can't say that because he was under duress some today, and then some when he wasn't. He made some errant throws, and again, I think you just got to look at everything. Now, an errant throw could have been a receiver not breaking a route off at the right time. So, again, the game moves fast. You have different reasons for execution that is very poor. And I'm sure that as we go back and look at it tomorrow, there will be poor execution by quarterbacks, running backs, offensive linemen, and wide receivers. I'm sure of that, and tight ends.
Is this an open quarterback competition the week going forward, or do you feel like you have a guy?
Again, we'll make those decisions as we go and we really reevaluate this film.
Gene, you're clearly disappointed, especially in the offense, and you've apologized for this performance today. Are all the coaches' job secure?
I'm not going to really focus on a question like that. My plan is that I'm going to be at Auburn. So that's the bottom line, and we're going to work really, really hard. And so you can get all that out of your mind. We're going to work really hard to move forward. I don't worry about those things. I worry about winning a football game.
Take a few more.
So Gene, you're not concerned about, if you don't get this thing turned around this year, you're not concerned about your own job security?
I'm never concerned about my job security. I'm very comfortable with myself and working really hard, and I plan on being at Auburn next year.
Coach, your team struggled in the fourth quarter again this week. What do you need to change going forward to make sure you start finishing teams off?
I think it's going to depend a lot on exactly what we see on that film, and the bottom line is that we've looked at it, we've evaluated it, we've practiced it, and there's something that's missing, and we've got to do a better job of figuring out exactly what that is.
All right, Coach. Thank you.